Indiana Jones, Xbox. There has been an absurd amount of conversation on this topic because just a lot of the miscommunication, a lot of the misdirection, a lot of just bad communication in general when it comes to Xbox. Look, we get it. The industry in terms of where Xbox and Microsoft want the industry has changed dramatically. So obviously, some of the practices that we're used to for the last 20 years is going to change with it. For those of you that don't know, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's a game made by Machine Games. People over there at Bethesda. They made the Wolfenstein games. And one of the questions that I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have asked, such as myself, is whether or not this game's going to be an exclusive. Is it going to be only on Xbox and PC? Now, we had a giant fight for ABK, Activision Blizzard King. And during the trial phase of that acquisition, they came out openly and just said that Indiana Jones was going to be an exclusive. You know, they actually came out on a variety of occasions and kind of attacked PlayStation for having as many exclusives, and that's one of the reasons they were looking to do the ABK deal. Now let's talk about what's happened since then. Since then, they have put more games on Xbox to PlayStation, such as Grounded, Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, and Pendaman. Now, I made a video not too long ago just talking about the rumors that's happened here recently of another big Xbox game going to PlayStation. It was highly rumored it was Forza Horizon 5. And then Jez Corden, shout out to Jez, said that he has also heard other games potentially coming to the PlayStation platform. Now, maybe he worded it in a way of like speculation, and that could be it. I don't know if he came out officially and said he heard that, but he, thought other games would coming as well. There's been so many rumors and so much information going everywhere that people just want to know what is going on. Where is that line, Xbox? Is there a line? Is some games going over there and some aren't? Are you just going to keep your core Xbox Studios exclusive, but Bethesda and ABK are just going to be in Game Pass? When you talk about putting stuff like Forza Horizon over there, it destroys one. When you talk about putting Bethesda's game over there, it destroys another one. There's so much weird info going on there. And I'm sorry, Xbox, they got to be to blame for a little bit of this. For a lot of this, really. I get it. They don't want to come out there and completely upset their core. Newsflash, you're doing it. And that's why I do personally feel like at this point in time, just rip the Band-Aid off. Now, there's a good possibility, and I think it's a fairly good possibility, that even Xbox don't know what they're doing right now in terms of exclusivity. Phil Spencer came out there and he said pretty openly that this is experimental. And maybe we're still in the experimental phase. They might be putting more games over to the PlayStation platform, but it doesn't necessarily mean everything's going. I remember that in terms of Indiana Jones, let's go back to this before we go on more of a tangent on everything. Here is Nate the Hate. He's gotten a lot of stuff right in the past. He was one of the people that leaked the Starfield coming to PlayStation. Now, obviously, that hasn't happened at this point yet. But he came out here with this statement saying Machine Games' Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will release on Xbox and PC this holiday as a timed console exclusive. After this timed exclusive window expires, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is planned to come to PlayStation 5 in the first half of 2025. Now, your guess is as good as mine. What any of that meant. You know, they said first half, so I would assume January, February, March. Most likely March. Now, I remember there was a rumor a long time ago that was saying that Indiana Jones was a 3 months timed exclusive. So maybe this was always the agreement. Maybe this is a Disney thing, and you know Disney's like, look, Indiana Jones isn't as big as a game like Marvel Spider-Man or Wolverine. So you gotta assure us that you're gonna make the kind of money that we want off of this. And I think there's a good chance that, you know, Microsoft's middle ground is like, look, we just want a little bit of fluff. You know, just give it to us for like 3 to 6 months. You know, let us make that an exclusive for 3 to 6 months, and then we'll release it on PlayStation. That's my only hope. Because these rumors about this being a 3-month timed exclusive came out a long time ago. So my only hope that I'm holding on to for dear life, and I'm just gonna fall off the cliff at any time, is that this is just what was going on before the ABK deal went through. I'm coping, guys. I'm coping. But I mean, what it comes down to is like, look, people, I think at this point, unless Microsoft and Xbox start moving differently, you just got to get to the point, man. There's no line. Now, I would say the ultimate line that me as an Xbox customer and a gaming YouTuber is that the line to me is Halo and Gears. Now, obviously, Forza is a big IP, and that going over there would be devastating as well. But I wouldn't put it on the same pedestal as like a Halo and Gears. Would you guys put in the comment section below? Because to me, out of all the games that could actually really flourish on PlayStation, that game's one of them. Because, you know, they got Drive Club, they got Gran Turismo. You know, I guess they got like, you know, some third-party stuff like The Crew. But besides that, there is nothing even remotely close to a Forza Horizon on PlayStation. So to me, out of the big three, that one probably makes the most sense. And if that one over there, I would be a little bit more lenient, a lot more, than if I saw something like a Halo or a Gears. Because to me, Halo and Gears is the gauntlet of Xbox. Those are the ones that definitely should be the line drawn with. Like, you can have everything, Microsoft. We can put everything over there, but these games here, these stays with us. Now, let's talk about how I personally would want things done. This is just me. I would want, there's a couple scenarios how I would personally want Xbox to handle exclusivity. Now, obviously, we don't know if this is even possible. We don't know if they're even able to make these kind of deals. Part of me feels like they made some kind of concession with the, you know, all the regulatory peoples and organizations in the world when they were trying to get ABK, and that's the result of this. Because to me, there is not a coincidence that I will believe in to make me think that they go from believing in exclusives on a Tuesday to Friday everything going. Well, just this first 4 games. But anyway, besides not knowing the constructs to that, you guys can put in the comment section below if you guys believe that. I do. I think there was some low-key, yo, if you want this passed, you're going to have to ensure that you're not going to lock PlayStation out. Then, again, they might want to buy more publishers in the future. I don't want them to, but that might be a thing. But here's what I want them to do. The core Xbox studios, this is phase 1. This is the first scenario I would like. The core Xbox studios are only on Xbox. They don't go to PlayStation. And they're very transparent and clear that these games are only on Xbox. Bethesda games, day and date PC. with some form of timed exclusivity on some of those games. Like maybe Elder Scrolls is 6 months timed exclusive. Just be transparent. You know, Bethesda games, they're in Game Pass, timed exclusive to a degree. And ABK games are everywhere. Doesn't matter, they're everywhere. Scenario 2. Everything goes to PlayStation eventually with the year timed exclusivity. I feel like that's not a lot to ask for. Because to me, look at 2024, and it's been such a great year in terms of games. Now, obviously, it's not as good as 2023. I think some of you expect it to be better. That was one of the best years in gaming I've had in a long time. But anyway, 2023 was good. But when we look at 2024, they got great games coming into Game Pass. They got, at the point, they had a Valve, but they have Indiana Jones, Hellblade. They got these other games coming that's like smaller size, that's not necessarily anything big. But they have a decent 2024. Is it the best? No. But they have a decent one. But look how bad 2024 looks is if they come out there, and this is if they do. I don't know if they're going to. But if they announce at Gamescom this is coming to PlayStation in March. Like, if you're going to announce it, that's one thing. I don't agree with it. But you should at least give the Xbox version some time to breathe before you Tomb Raider its ass and just announce it before it even hits the platform. Because Wimes of Indiana Jones is an amazing game. To me, you've lost a lot of the momentum when it comes to the console. Now, obviously, the ecosystem, it's going to look good because they're producing good games. But when it comes to the console, you're losing some of that momentum because you're telling people before the game even comes out that it is coming out and on PlayStation. And we don't know if they're going to do that. That's pure speculation. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys feel. Very curious to hear you guys' opinion. You can always go follow me on Twitter at LordAddictILP. You can always like this video if you enjoyed it. You could sub. You know, we make weekly content on here just about. Also follow my streaming channel. It's called Addict Arena. All that's in the description below. We just chop it up, talk about the daily gaming news. Or just anything in general. But definitely go follow all that in the description below. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.